Good morning, everyone. Today we are moving on with the next aspect of family counseling. What kind of family situations will be benefiting through family counseling, and where family counseling may not be of much use, and we'll also look very briefly into the kind of counseling sessions that are required for the families. So these are the three aspects that we will cover in today's session. Family therapy or family counseling is mainly looked at when there is a family having adjustment issues, or the functioning is not going on well in terms of malfunctioning or dysfunctional family situation. So here mainly the family counseling is focused working on the current problems or current situation, rather than focusing too much into the past, long past, what happened in the past. Even though some amount of details were taken about it, the main focus of work will be on the current functioning of the family members, or the current family functioning. So here mainly when a family is approaching for therapy or counseling, usually a single member of the family comes as a kind of a client having issues. We call them as a kind of presenting client. Here, when we look into the case history and the details, then there might be the family dysfunctioning that is actually making the presented client as the way the person is not able to function. So, and here mainly the family unit is looked at as a kind of environment where the improvement of the individual client is kind of considered to be, the treating the family is considered to be helping the individual client to improve with whatever the dysfunction that the client has been brought with. So here looking at what in what kind of situations this family counseling is indicated, mainly when there is a presenting client with having you know issues in handling their kind of, if they are student unable to handle the academics, or if they are into a career unable to function, or a disturbance in the personal life. When such a client comes with the symptoms like, say, depression or severe anxiety, or psychiatric disturbances, that kind of situations, when they need an admission, usually the family members are, at least one family member is included in the counseling or the case history taking, in order to help the presenting client understand, or in order to help the presenting client work through this difficult phase. So here the family members are involved, and some amount of counseling more from the perspective of educating the family members as to what is the problem and how they have to take care, and what is the course of medication. These kind of details are being explained to the other family members in such conditions where the family members are involved. And the second condition where the family counseling is looked into, let us say that a couple parents have brought an young child of hypothetically looking at a child of 8 years who is shy and inhibited and unable to make friends in the school. Here, the mother strongly feels the child is very intelligent, while the father feels that it is not so. And then with the detailed family kind of assessment, looking into the details of the parental kind of issues, then there might be other overlapping issues, like there might be an emotional distance between parents, or the father might be feeling that the mother is controlling the daughter too much, and there is an emotional distance between the couple. So in such situations, family counseling is a better option than just treating the child, or working with the child. So the family environment plays a kind of major role here in helping the child. So, and also when there are situations where the particular client feels that the relationship issues as a problem rather than the individual person, like say in cases of marital relationship, or when there are problems between parent and child, adolescent child or young children, interaction between parent and child, or there are disciplinary issues that are coming with young children. So in such cases, the family counseling is the option that is looked at into. And other kind of situations, like separation kind of situations, where an young adult having difficulty in individuating or moving on with their own life, in such cases also family counseling is important. Or if there are kind of situations where the parents are not prepared for the kind of young adult to move on, or in some other situation there can be an overprotective kind of family environment, or the youngster himself or herself is unable to individuate from the family unit. So in such cases, family counseling can be helpful to smoothen the process. And as we have discussed in the previous weeks, when there are families unable to make smooth transition into the developmental stages, then let us say that from couple to the parents, and from parents to couples again in the middle age. So when there are difficulties in making the psychological changes that are needed in the important transition points also, family counseling will help them to smoothen the process. And in situations where in almost all situations where a child or an adolescent is presented as a client, family counseling is a must requirement that we need to look into, because the family environment and the kind of value system, the kind of interactions between the family members holds a very important role here in order to help the child or adolescent. And there are some families where they have taken a decision to move on to a kind of separate couple, but then they want to make the separation much more less hurting to each other. In such cases also, family counseling can be helpful. And in situations where there is an alcohol problem in the families, and then there is denial of the roles because of this chronic alcohol, long-term alcohol problems, and there are confusions over the roles, and then there is a kind of disturbance for the growing children in terms of taking care of the children's needs, where the family counseling is an option that is looked into. And also in situations where there are major communication issues between the family members, family counseling is an ideal kind of therapy that we can look into. In the previous session, we have looked at into different kinds of family problems, like there are control problems, there are role confusions, and there can be difficulties in solving the problems whenever there is, there are some stressful situations that are happening within the family. while the normal functioning of the family is not a problem, when there is a crisis or a stressful situation like a lack of employment, or when there is a migration, or when there is a death in the family, when there are certain stressful situations that are difficult to handle by the family members also, family counseling is looked at as a choice of treatment. And in conditions where the other important conditions can be mainly when a couple approaches with having issues with their intimacy related sexual related problems, where the family counseling is an option to looked into. These are the various indications that we can look into where there can be problems with more than one family member. And sometimes when the individual counseling has been failed, and then it fails to bring the improvement that is being looked at, where the family can be involved, the other family members can be involved in terms of, like, say, when there is a client coming for obsessive compulsive disorder, when the individual CBT therapy has been not able to give the desired kind of outcomes, positive benefits, uh, we will look into involving a family member, where if any of the family member is providing or maintaining, without knowingly maintaining the circumstances required for the obsessions to kind of continue. So in such cases, when there is no improvement with the individual counseling, also family therapy is recommended. And when um, uh, yes, when there is a person, when especially when there are conduct related issues in adolescence, where major family factors play a role, where we have looked in detail in the conduct related issues of adolescence. In such cases also, family therapy is a kind of suitable option in order to bring in much more control over the different factors where there is conduct related problems, such as stealing or lying behaviors, or anything related to drug abuse kind of situations. So these are the various situations where family therapy can be of much useful. Situations where family therapy may not be of much use can be the first and the foremost point to be kept in mind is that a kind of family matters cannot be handled by all kinds of counseling professionals. So it needs a specialized training under the guidance of a family therapy setting. A practical guidance is required, because the kind of emotions that are handled, that need to be handled in family therapy, are extremely powerful, and it needs an expertise in order to handle these relationships and the strong emotional environment that is being created in family therapy situations. So when there is a suitable family therapist, well-trained family therapist is not available, so family counseling cannot be looked into. And that is the foremost point that I want to highlight in today's session. And the second indication where family therapy may not be very useful is when the family, an important family member is not geographically available, or not motivated to attend the family counseling, then we cannot look at into as an option. And sometimes when a particular change that is desired or healthy is bringing in a kind of dysfunction in the rest of the family members, like some of the families maintain a very very precarious kind of balance here, where improvement in the or betterment in the symptoms of one particular client can actually deteriorate the other family members, might get into a depression kind of situation or self-harm kind of situation. So assessing the risk here is very, very important. So in such conditions also, family counseling has to be looked at, the possible risks involved, and then it has to be looked into that. And when there is a hidden agenda, when there is a referral coming from a court or a legal system or from a school authority, when the agenda is not very clear, and it can be harmful in terms of trying to escape the punishment, or not really keen on making the changes required for a kind of healthy kind of changes, or if the child can be denied of continuing in the school, in such cases also family counseling has to be looked at very carefully. And these are the situations, and when there is a kind of significant damage has already happened, like there is a decision to separate has been taken, or already the court proceedings are going on, or in case where there is a kind of irreversible damage that has happened, like loss or death of someone by kind of self-harm. In these conditions, family counseling is not a very suitable option. So this is in brief about where family counseling can be helpful and where family counseling can not be very helpful. Very briefly, we'll before closing the session, we'll look into what is this family counseling and how it is done. So here, generally, family counseling usually looked at as the people living together as a unit in one family, in a geographical, in one home. Sometimes, like I said in the previous sessions, also important member when required for needed information, we will include the family member even though they are not staying with them. And like I said, it requires an expert family therapist who can handle the different emotions of the different family members and still be able to connect with them as a therapist. So, and then usually the family counseling sessions are long-term sessions, might vary from 3 to 6 months depending on the dysfunction of the family situation. So this is what I wanted to kind of bring in today's session. So thank you all. Meet you next week.